I don't know if it's going to work. Mr. Duggar. Been here about 5 minutes trying to get the stream to work. I don't have a real good way of setting up here. I'm under a causeway. Uncle Josh, Big Mike, you guys are going to have to excuse the traffic. I'm under a causeway. I'll show you guys real quick. Let me flip it around. This is Monroe Reservoir in Indiana. That traffic noise is probably going to drive you guys crazy. We are not in the blind part. We are under a causeway at Monroe Reservoir in Indiana. It's about 18 or 20 feet deep right here under this reservoir. There's not a whole lot of open water around, so I got to take what I can get. Chad? I don't know if I'll be able to. I might be able to read the text from here. Ain't much happening right now. We've only been here about 5 minutes or so. Avid, getting dripped on. May have to find a different way of setting you guys up. Catfishing puppy, is that what that says? Catfishing pappy, okay. No, you haven't missed any fish. Bait is still the mackerel and bonita, but I was able to get a couple of shad on the way over here, so I'm going to pull those out here in a little bit. Pulling the double at work. That didn't sound like fun. Yeah, I'm going to go over here and prep some of this shad so I can put some shad on. You guys talk amongst yourselves until I get back. let you guys in. Under the causeway, Lacey. And I'm hung up. Chad the Walrus. I'm going to spin you guys around here, show you where we're at. Under the causeway road, but I had to come down that. And it's steep. But at least you got a pretty view now. Is it buffering real bad or anything? That's right, we're under the bridge, Has. The hill's pretty steep. It's right at about 20 feet out there, Has. I had my kayak out here earlier, well, late last year in the fall. It's about a pretty consistent 20 feet out here under the causeway. I thought I was going to end up in the lake a couple times coming down that. Country boy. This is my third spot today, country boy. THG, there's ice everywhere down here. I'm here under the causeway. I didn't even make it down to Allen's Creek, but it was all. Yeah, we camp down here a lot too, Lacey. We go down in the Deem. We go out in Hoosier National. But for those of you that aren't familiar with Monroe Reservoir, it's the biggest lake in Indiana, or reservoir in Indiana. But it's pretty much cut in two by this causeway. So anything I mean, there's miles of water this way and miles of water the other way. But anything that wants to go from one place to another has to come under this bridge. So I figured it's as good a place as any to try our luck. Yes, Navionics works here. I've used it here. Alright, I'm getting dripped on. I'm going to have to move you guys. Is that okay? Can you guys still see all right there? It is all man-made. Yep, I was getting wet, getting dripped on. Might get lucky and you guys see a bald eagle flying around out there. Chad, you're going to have to come down here with me when the weather gets better, getting these kayaks and fish all this. Everything that you guys are looking at right now, that is all no wake or idle zone. Everything over there, as far as you can go, and it goes from a couple of miles at least. Actually, I know it's more than that. It's 5 or 6 miles. Everything behind the camera is pretty much open water unless you get into some coves. No horsepower limit. Well, there's many places to fish. I think Chad and Lacey and THG, you guys correct me, but it's like, isn't this 10,000 acre lake? I think is what it is. But I feel a little bit better. I was able to get some shad. It's frozen shad, but I feel a little more comfortable with that. Catfishing Pappy, are you in Indiana? Michael Murillo. Yeah, I don't know about the 23,000 part, but I know it's 10,000 acres is what I've always been told. Hey, Blackfish. Ben Rich boys, you have not missed anything. You're near here, you're up way up north then. Is that right? Oh, I know where Richmond is. I live near Columbus, Indiana. Doing all right, Blackfish. Trying to catch some fish. I stopped at a second spot after the first one on that same Salt Creek, and as I was trying to go live, I actually had a bite that picked the back end of the rod up off the ground. I ended up missing it, but at least we had a bite down there. But I couldn't go live. I couldn't get anything to work right. It was only there about 5 minutes, and I packed back up and came here. East Central Indiana. Or East Central Richmond. Well, I don't know what you mean, Pappy. Plain old Chuck. Used to fish the Cure Reservoir in Virginia. It's 50,000 acres. Been on most of it. Just north of Brookville. Okay, yeah. I actually considered going to Brookville this morning, but I don't know very much about Brookville at all. Especially places I could go and bank fish other than, the boat ramps, but East Central Indiana, okay. Well, since they're not biting, why don't I take you guys and show you the other side of the causeway? You've seen this one, so let me spin you around. I'm not going to walk real far. Just over here to the other side of the causeway. You can see just a little bit of the lake over there on that side of the causeway. I mean, and this is just a tiny part of this lake. But this causeway, it pretty much cuts this lake in half. So, like I said, they'll be hungry and want our bait. Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't put a float tube out here. There's a lot of really big coves in this lake too that are all no wake zones, idle zones. And that's where we go in our kayaks all the time. Let me try to level you guys up a little bit. How's that? Yeah, Lacey, this place is, especially down at Allen's Creek, they call that Party Cove. But if you get out there early in the morning, it's not so bad. That's one of my favorite places to fish here is over at Allen's Creek. I've fished under this bridge one other time in the kayak, but it was a super windy day and I couldn't control my drift or anything, and I didn't want to anchor out here because you got so many boats. There's a boat ramp just down there. I don't know if you guys can see the end of the marina or anything, but there's a boat ramp right over there, and there's bass boats in and out of here like crazy, so I didn't want to anchor up in here. "190 miles of shoreline." You know what? I think I've heard that before. I may have to call that hiking guy or somebody to come down and help me out of here, because I'll tell you what, that was pretty treacherous coming down that. That's my daughter texting me. Sorry about that. I'm not going to answer. Maybe she'll get the picture. Hey, Sogo. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to keep trying. Like I said, I've never fished in the winter for catfishing here in Indiana, so I don't know how good it's ever going to be, but it's not going to stop me from trying. It might stop you guys from watching, but I'll still be out here. Serena. I'm at Monroe Reservoir, Serena. Under the causeway. Is that traffic noise pretty bad for you guys? Beach watching snow melt. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to answer my daughter, guys. I'm sorry, but Sorry about that. Holy crap, where's the chat end? You guys still with me? All right, so you guys are still there. My daughter's going to annoy the crap out of us. But I'm not going to put it on Do Not Disturb because if something bad happens, I want to know about it. Or I don't want something bad to happen, but if something were to happen, I want to be able to get a hold of it. Hey, wifey. Tell your daughter to stop texting me. I bass fished Patoka, Pappy, but it's been years. That's a good little drive for me. I think it's a little over 2 hours from my house to get down to Patoka. Telly, are you still in here? It is beautiful here. Since when do you need an excuse to buy anything? What are you talking about? What am I wanting to buy? Tell me what I want to buy. Maybe I'll buy it. Better watch out, Telly. I think Uncle Josh is in here too. Wifey. Beautiful wife. I figured you'd get on her, Uncle Josh. She won't beat me. She might threaten to beat me, but she won't do it. Did you tell your daughter to stop texting me? You got my back, all right. Peterson. That is the Dean behind me, yes. Under the causeway at Monroe. I have to make my wife come down here and help me get out of here. If it's not buffering too bad, I may bump that up to 1080. Or needs your muscle. It's very steep and very slick going back up that. It's going to be fun. Let me bump this up to 1080 and see what it looks like. Let's see what that does. Oh, goodness. Am I current on the chat? Happy, what equipment am I using? I've got one ugly stick and one Tangling with Catfish rods. And both reels are the Cat Max from Bass Pro Shop. That make any difference switching it to 1080? Catfishing Dreams. Small chance I might be hunting back there tomorrow afternoon. Flag me down. Yeah. Hopefully I'm still not stuck here that long. All right, looks clear and sounds good. Let me know if it starts buffering too bad. I'll switch it back to 720. Wouldn't that be awesome if we could stream in 4K or better? And not have any buffering. Mo Creek. I'm probably going to wish I would have brought my coat down here. Make sure you like the smash button. I like that. Is the wifey still in here, or did she leave us? No, I would never hold in my farts. It's bad for you. Yeah, the water's coming off the bridge above me. Right here next to me. That's right, nothing's held back when you're fishing. Reality TV. I'd probably even get closer to the camera if I needed to. Turned out to be a pretty nice day. I mean, it's cold, but as long as you can stay out of the wind, it's not bad. I'd say this is the clearest live stream I've seen. You can see the water trickling down. Well, I'm good. I'm glad it's clear. I think this is the first time I've ever been to this lake and not seen a boat. If I bust my ass, get more views, yeah, I probably would. Still laughing at my cousin Mexicat. That dude is a special kind of crazy. Mexicat is crazy. Pause the videos. It's pretty funny. Well, apparently my wife's not in here anymore. But she hasn't ever answered me. Yeah, she left us. She'll be back. Maybe not in the live stream. But. Being here makes me want to get my kayak out. That's for sure. So if you guys look straight out that way, all the way as far as you can see, it looks like the lake ends. Nothing makes you want to get the kayak out. I've been itching to get it out. I do too, Kelly, but you got all the way out there where it looks like the lake ends. That's not the end of the lake. That's what, it's a peninsula that comes out there. And Kelly and I have a video. Kelly and I have a video where we hiked out there on the peninsula and camped. You got to go down into the Charles C. Dean Wilderness and you hike in 5 miles. But we've got a video where we camped out there. And on the other side of that peninsula is more of this lake, and it goes for several miles past that. And I think from here to what looks like the end of the peninsula is about 2.5 miles from here, maybe even 3. That's right, paddle a John boat. That's awful. Is it 4 miles? Yeah, I knew it's a good little way from here. Hey, THD, that spot I was at earlier, if you look it up, right off of 46 is Kent Road and 46. You turn on Kent Road and you take that to McGowan and drive all the way back till you get into the Salt Creek. That is beautiful back there. But, you know, it's all Corps of Engineer property, so there's no camping. But I wonder, what if I was fishing and just happened to have my rooftop tent open? Is that considered camping? What if I got poles in the water? Could I get away with it? It was really pretty back there. If you go back in there far enough, it takes you to the North Fork waterfowl area. It's just resting, that's right. I wonder, I need to look that up, look that area up, see if there's any trails out through there. That's right, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. My luck, they'd write a $500 ticket or something. It was really pretty back there. You've lost it. How in the world did you lose it? If you haven't heard from me by dark, let me know, because that means I forgot to send it to you. Oh, you mislabeled it? Yeah, I'll forget, THG, so if you haven't got it from me by the time it gets dark, let me know. All right. Can do. don't remember if I locked my truck, and I hear somebody up there. There's a lot more traffic on this road than I thought. I didn't think it'd be that busy this time of year. We don't have any of the pleasure boaters coming back and forth. Or the bass fishermen. It's crazy out here in the summer. I mean, if you get back up in some of the coves, it's not so bad, but out here where we're at right now, it's just, especially this other side of the causeway, it's open water out there. There's no speed limit. Over here, it's all idle zone, no wake. But it's crazy packed out here in the summer. Down. Never really, oh yeah, I bet we probably don't. Drive a car, let alone drive a boat. That's right. I've seen some crazy people out here on boats. Yeah, it probably would be funny to sit and watch a boat ramp. Actually, there's videos out there about that. I've seen some of them. Makes you wonder, you know, why did they even buy a boat? They can't back it up at all. Or put it on the trailer. So bad, my home lake. Pictures of sailboats at midnight with no lights. I won't, during the summer, I won't take my kayak out of the idle zones because it's just crazy here. I know somebody'd run me over, they wouldn't see me. But I see people out there on kayaks. These guys. Yeah. Have you ever seen any of those Catfish Dave videos where those guys get too close and get tangled up in his lines? Let's see, it's been about 50 minutes. I'll give it a few more minutes. I may swap these baits out again. At least on that ugly stick. That bait on that ugly stick's been on there since I left the last spot. Dan? Yeah, it took me a while to get over here. You reel them in and make them come to you in the rocky spots, yeah. I'll give you the first time, second time, well. No, Dan, no fish yet. We're going on an hour in this spot. But I think if we were going to catch something, it would be here. Those rivers calm down, I'd get back on the river. I'm going to freshen the bait up on this ugly stick rod. It's been on there for a while. Since we left that last spot. I'm going to keep getting snagged. It's so rocky out there. Maybe this wasn't such a good spot to come to. I think I just broke it all. Sure did. I just realized I didn't bring any leader line with me. Don't laugh if I fall. Big old headpiece on that one. All right. Did I miss anything important? Oh, I'm sure it could use clean. Hopefully I don't keep getting hung up here, all these rocks. I didn't really think about that coming here, but I probably have that brake a little too tight on that one too, but let me go clean my mess up over here. It'd be a lot nicer if I could hear you guys. It'd be a lot easier. This lake is about 10,000 acres. Not yet, sweetie pie. What's for dinner? Oh, you finally made it home? Okay. So what's for dinner? Flatbreads. All right. That makes me want to come home. Mr. Duggar's eating a burrito. My wife's making flatbreads. Man, that's going to be so good when I get home. So my coat's up in the truck, Telly. You know what it's like coming down here. You came down here with me once. And it's icy on top of all that steep rock. So it's going to be fun climbing out of here. It's starting to get a little chilly. The sun's been out. I'm in the shade now. I may end up stepping over here behind the camera where the sun's at. We've got some shad and some bonita and some spotted mackerel. It'd be interesting. Everybody talking over the top of everybody else. I would go get my coat if I didn't have to climb back up that mess. If I climb back up that, I ain't coming back down. Be careful. Don't tell me what to do. But I will. I'll be careful. If you're leaving, love you. I'll be home probably before dark or right after dark. Depends on how cold I get. Chad is going to have 10 people fishing on the 13th and the 20th for the tournaments. That will be nuts. I'm going to step behind this camera for a little bit, guys. The sun's over there. I'm going to warm up just a little bit. Take you guys over here with me because it's quiet. Drive the Ohio River in the Sound. Are we back? I'm back. So I guess I can't stand in the sun with you guys. I mean, I literally moved you 10 feet. All right, so Zach, where are you at? Because you said you could be at the Ohio in 2 hours and you can be at Monroe in 2 hours. That sounds pretty damn close to me. Newcastle. Okay, yeah, I think you did tell me that. Yeah, you're northeast of me. Flint Hill. I like grits. Yeah, 10-foot loose service. I'm literally, I don't even think it was 10 feet. I just moved you. I guess it was 10 feet, but the sun's back there and it's a lot warmer. A lot of people used to drive to Newcastle, Indiana cruising. My wife said she used to do that. I never did it. I've never had shrimp and grits, but I'd probably like it. Try to level you guys back up again. Scott lying. If you can find me, you can come shoot me with that paintball gun. But I know you won't, Scott, because it's probably too cold for you. I'll probably be gone before you can get here anyway. It'd take you too long. You guys are going to keep talking about food, make me hungry. That's all right. Making Mexican hungry and he's at work. Chad. How you doing, Chad? That was all Murillo. This will probably be the last day I get to come out. I don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Done with con calls for the day. Hopefully everyone else doesn't ring my phone off the hook now. It's cold, Scott, that's for sure. Yeah, it's really cold this weekend. I think my wife said the low was like 2 at some point this weekend. Is that Sabrina Curtis? I can't hardly read that. I'm at Monroe Reservoir in Indiana. Now, I don't remember the last time it got down to 2 degrees. Negative 22 Sunday morning. Wow. I don't want that. Yeah, that's serious cold, negative 22. Where are you at, Catfishing Dreams? Oh, Southwest Ohio. Yeah, that's not, I mean, yeah. I can be at Cincinnati from my house. It's about an hour and 20 minutes, I think. Flint Hill, Monroe Reservoir, Indiana, just south of Bloomington, Indiana. It's the biggest lake in Indiana, biggest reservoir in Indiana. Lake, reservoir, depends on who you talk to, what they call it. It is a reservoir. "20 minutes east of Dayton," okay. Not a whole lot of open water, at least lake-wise, here in Indiana right now. I love me some hammocks. Flint Hill, we have Hennessy hammocks, and then my wife just got a Dutch Gear Chameleon. I'm going to be getting a Chameleon also. I keep telling everyone where you might need those safety glasses. I know he won't come down here; he's too lazy. But yeah, we have Hennessy hammocks, and my wife just got her Dutchware Chameleon hammock in, and I'm going to be ordering one of those too. We've also got a rooftop tent on the way, so we're looking forward to that. Yep, the Hennessy ASIM. Yeah, it's a nice hammock. All my hammocks are Dutch Gear and Hammock Gear. Yeah, we have Hammock Gear top quilts. We have Jacks Are Better under quilts, but we're going to upgrade those too. So ours are 30-degree quilts. We're gonna go ahead and get some zero degree quilts. So for the colder weather, make sure we stay toasty warm. Well, the things with hammocks are they're extremely comfortable. They're light for backpacking in. Yeah, we're definitely going to the 0 degree. Keep our 30 degrees for the warmer stuff. But yeah, Catfishing Dreams, the hammocks are they're so comfortable. You get in there, even on cold nights, you got an underquilt underneath you, you got a top quilt on top of you, and you're basically like in a nice toasty warm burrito. Sleep is amazing. Quick to set up, yeah. I would agree with that, Flint Hill. I mean, we've got a Tempur-Pedic bed at home, and the hammock's more comfortable. Definitely better than a tent. It definitely did. There's a little bit of a learning curve. I mean, with the Hennessy's not so much, but some of the other brands, there's a little bit of a learning curve on them. Those things are the devil's sling. Drop you on the head in a second. I've heard of people having problems with it. Strap to break or something. But the stuff they've got out nowadays, they got some amazing stuff out now for those hammocks. Fishing with a family friend. Made one move. Bam. Oh, wow. Well, that's not good. Oh, yeah. Shug. He was on, there's a Jeremiah Stringer and John Kelly have a called the Backpacking Podcast, and they had Shug on just Monday night for like an hour and a half talking with Shug. It was awesome. He had to help you out of it. Yeah, Shug's awesome. Shug's a great guy. Very, very entertaining. He used to be a clown. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but yeah, if you like Shug, you got to go look up that Backpacking Podcast. It's on YouTube. There's a video of it, but they had Shug on for it was close to an hour and a half, and it was a really good podcast. I don't fish out of my hammock, no. Oh yeah, you got to hike with it. So at Linville Gorge, isn't that where? Because in one of his videos, I think there was a guy that fell, and they had to be airlifted out. Wasn't that at the Linville Gorge, or was that somewhere else? I was thinking it was a Linville Gorge, but I may be wrong. If THG was sitting here, he would know. I'm a little jealous that you got to hike with Shug. I think. Okay, so you were there when it happened? You're just on the other side? I remember watching that video, and then they talked about it in that podcast. I think Shug said they stood down there for like 7 hours waiting for rescue. Yeah, Shug says he's good now. Says he's all healed up. I'm back right into that water. We'll get on the other side of it. See if I can still read the chat from here. Probably not. Yeah, he was hurt. I think he hurt his leg real bad, broke his leg real bad when he fell. Shug said that him and his friend that went down to help him out, they got tore up real bad too from getting dripped on. They got tore up real bad too from all the briars and everything where they had to go down the side of the mountain. They were talking. You watch that podcast, Flint Hill. You'll like that. They talk all about that accident and stuff, and it's course, Shug being Shug, you know, as soon as he knew that man wasn't going to die, that's when they started cutting up with him. All right, Mo Creek, take it easy. Yeah, Shug said the guy made a full recovery. He's all right. But yeah, it's called the Backpacking Podcast. That is the YouTube channel. You can also look at it on Jeremiah Springer's channel and John Kelly's channel. But they're gonna stop doing those Backpacking Podcasts on their individual channels and do it strictly on the Backpacking Podcast channel. But they have some good shows on there. If you like to listen to podcasts, I don't listen to them. I watch them on YouTube. But brother was in the hike with us. Both of them together are like crossing the streams on Ghostbusters. All right. I really enjoyed that podcast the other night with Shug on it. That was by far my favorite one that they've done, having Shug on there. Let's see if I can tough this out for another 30 minutes. It's getting really cold down here, and I can't move you guys into the sun, so... Starting to think that the catfish in Indiana I gotta. Hey, thanks, Flint Hill. I appreciate it. Check out that podcast, so I think you'll enjoy that. I think all the catfish in Indiana go south for the winter. On this one I do, but it's not like what you're thinking probably. It's just a little tiny mesh coil. You just bend it around a mandrel, put it in there and run the cotton through it and cut it off and you're done. There's nothing to it. But these tend to last a lot longer than the coils that you buy. I do this strictly for my nicotine, so I don't smoke cigarettes. I'm not into the whole cloud thing or anything like that. Yeah, it's a mesh mod. This one is Kylan M. But these things have kept me off of cigarettes for over 4 years. And they're delicious. I know they're not good for you, and I'm not going to say they are, because I know they're not. But I'd rather do this than smoke a cigarette. It does get in the way when I'm backpacking, though. That's a lot of extra weight to carry because of extra batteries and everything. One of these days I might quit this too. I mix my liquids. I buy 0 milligram and 3, and I mix it so like 1.5 for nicotine. Yeah, I've seen some crazy builds, but know, I'm not in it for any of that. I'm still addicted to nicotine. I always enjoyed smoking cigarettes, but I never intended to quit smoking cigarettes. I bought one of these just so, because I never smoked in the house. I got tired of freezing my ass off going outside to smoke, so I thought, well, hell, I'll get one of these. It smells good. The wife won't care. And the day I bought one was the last day I smoked a cigarette. I have had cigarettes in that 4 years just because I didn't have juice or something like that. I'd buy cigarettes and I can't even smoke a whole cigarette now. It's awful. $35 amps. I know this is loud on that camera. I'm sorry, but I want nicotine. How many people we still got in here? I don't know why this thing won't show me how many people are in here. Good hammock manufacturers, well, it kind of depends on what you want, really. If you want to buy a hammock to go camping with and just buy one thing and have it all, have your rain fly, have your hammock, have your suspension, Hennessy's a great hammock because it'll come with the rain fly. You'll have the hammock, it has its suspension. But hey, Eric. But and there's nothing wrong with the quality of Hennessy hammocks. They're good hammocks. They're more like of a bug out type hammock. You know, it comes in a bag and it's got everything you need. You can just take it out and go camping. You need quilts and stuff. You need to watch a lot of hammock videos to really get into your quilts and things like that. But Hennessy's a great choice to start out with. But we're going to the Dutchware Chameleon hammocks. Those are really good hammocks. And there's, you know, all these manufacturers, they're all cottage or mom and pop type places that make these hammocks now. Even Hennessy, it's a really super small company. But we like the Dutchware Chameleons. And then there's I'm losing the other ones I can't think of. There's 2 or 3 other ones that are real good out there too. But if you just type in hammock camping on YouTube or something, you're gonna get or look at Shug Emery on YouTube. He's the hammock genius. He knows everything there is to know about them and all different kinds of them. But Dutchware's good. Oh, Warbonnet Blackbird. That's another one where you can buy the hammock, and I think it comes with a rain fly. They're really nice hammocks too. The hammock prices, they're not awful. Most of them they're pretty consistent too. I mean, that was kind of the thing. You know, I didn't know anything about hammock camping when we decided we wanted to do it. And that's kind of why I went with Hennessy, because you order the hammock and it comes with the rain fly, and it wasn't ridiculously priced. I mean, it's a hammock and it's what, $170 or something like that. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not ridiculous. I don't even remember. It might have been more than that. It might have been over 200. I don't remember. It's been a while since we bought them. But you know, every time when I buy something, I have to buy 2 of them because my wife does too. But a lot of things she pays for herself. It makes it a bit easier on me. But we spend a lot of money on camping, that's for sure. We used to have a camper. We sold it, bought all of our backpacking stuff. Yeah, I mean, you can, some of these backpacking tents that, you know, they weigh just at a pound or less, some of them, and I know they're $400, $500, $600, $700. I mean, some of them are even more expensive than that. We have a tent. We have an REI tent we use sometimes, but we much prefer the hammocks. Yep, I'm convinced all the catfish have migrated south for the winter. I'm just glad to see blue skies today because we've had such bad weather here. It's been awful. I'm not looking forward to this weekend. Yeah, they didn't take us all with them, that's right. How many people we still got watching? An hour and 40 minutes in. Got 9 of them still in here. Well, I appreciate all 9 of you. I'm going to give it probably another 20 minutes or so. That'll be 2 hours. It's getting cold. Keep hearing people up there at my truck, and I don't hear them walking around anywhere. I hope they're not doing anything stupid. Adventure outdoors. Well, we're trying. We haven't even had a bite. Hour and 45 minutes in. Tell THG to leave me alone. This is the third place I've fished today, Adventure Outdoors, and just haven't had any luck at all. It's really cold here. I think we did get above 35 today, though. The bald squatch, all right. I may steal that, start using it. He was in here a while back. He's been gone for a good bit now, though. Every time I go live, he logs in as one of his other channels and tries to mess with me. Thinks he's a comedian. I'll give you a look around where we're at. Let me spin this camera. Let's do it this way. You can see out that way. We're under the bridge here at Monroe Reservoir. Now I'm going to walk over to the other side. Last time I went over here, I lost a string. Just letting everybody see where we're at. I mean, it's beautiful down here. And it's cold. Yeah, if you have a, I don't know if you've ever been up here with THG. We're really close to, actually we're technically in the Charles C. Dean Wilderness. But I don't know if you've ever been up here with Chris or not, but yeah, it's beautiful here. I kayak fish just a lot when the weather's nicer. I keep saying I'm going to get the kayak out even in the wintertime, but I haven't done that yet. That's probably what I'll do when I get home, after I get home and get something to eat and sit down and get covered up. I knew what you meant, blanket. But yeah, it's kind of cold. You know, the bad thing is I've got insulated bibs and coat, everything up in the truck. I just didn't bring it down here with me. And I'm not about to go back up there because I have to go up that. And it's icy and rocky and nasty. It was fun coming down. It's going to be even funner going up, I'm sure. I'm going to have to get you up here. Go camping with all of us. THG and Carlson. Some of the others. I've got a rooftop tent on the way. Carlson has one now. Of course, Chris has his camper. I don't see the numbers moving. Did I lose you guys? No, they're moving now. Yeah, that'd be great. We could have a good old time. We know some spots out here in Hoosier National We can get 5, 6, 7 trucks in. Do some hiking or just hang out. I'll let THG know you stopped in and we talked about it. And we make THG plan everything. About 10 more minutes, guys, and I'm going to call it because it's cold. And my nose won't stop running. Yeah, sure for your stuff. That sounds like a plan. You can just keep making trips and do all of ours. Getting rained on again. People are, I think that was somebody watching the stream and then sent me a text. Fishing with the Chad. Yeah, I know. I want fish on the lives too, but I may not be able to help you. I may have to go watch somebody else. I agree with Chad too, but it's cold. I can get one of the shads out of the cooler and show it to you. Does that count? You're in withdrawal. Well, I mean, I'm trying. I'm telling you, these fish have migrated south. I don't think they stay here in Indiana. Bringing emergency fish, yeah. Somebody said that the other day. They was like, just bring one with you. When you go live, bring it in like you caught it. This is my 4th time going live, I think, in about the last 2 weeks or a week and a half. And still haven't caught a fish. Some clothes on my fish so I can always use old. Now that is a good idea. I hope you can get out too, Chad. Everything's frozen up here. I mean, and what's not frozen up by where I'm an hour and 15 or 20 minutes from home right now, something like that. But I mean, you can see all this is open, but every place else I went on this reservoir is all frozen over. Everything at home's frozen. The rivers are up and the current's just ripping. And it's going to get worse because it's going to get down in the single digits this weekend here. So then I'll probably be done fishing for a while. All right, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. No fish. No fish, just cold. Runny nose. I'm going to blame it on the state. There's some people over there behind the camera. I hope so too, Chad, but Sunfish Assassins, welcome. No luck today. It's going to be another skunk, it looks like, because I'm going to call it here in a few. I don't know how many we got left, but it's been 2 hours. I'm cold. Like an idiot, I left my coat and my insulated bibs, everything up in the truck. And I got to climb back up this icy, wet, nasty little mini mountain. I'm not coming back down. So I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping in and spending some time with me. Sorry we didn't catch any fish. But I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep after it. Sooner or later, we'll get on some fish. And thanks again for stopping in. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you later.